who is the third defendant, while David Casway, who appeared for the Attorney General of the Federation, told the court that Abdullahi was also at large. Casway is the mistake, apologized to the court and sought the leave of the court to enter at large for Abdullahi, and the judge granted the oral application. Analysts has raised concern on the level of disobedience to the Nigerian constitution, adding that court rulings should be obeyed to ensure rule of law in the country. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network program Open Conversation, public affairs analyst Lawrence Ogbukohia said, for any public office holder to contest for any political position, he must first resign from the position he is presently occupying.
The Nigerian Constitution frowns against it, that before you can contest for any office, you must have duly resigned 3 months before the election. Now, when you have not resigned, you play the abracadabra in a way, and then maybe with the office people telling them, let me go and check if I can get it. If I not get, I'll come back. You see them, they will do as if you have resigned. Maybe one person signed while you have not originally resigned. It happened in Nigeria. We see things like this in politics, even in teaching.
Meanwhile, George Chinda said, the crisis ongoing in the People's Democratic Party will not stop it from holding convention in 2025.
Challenges, but I believe it's a party that is well rooted across the federation. Have time-tested politicians. What you see playing out is actually politics. People politic, because for us politics is about the allocation of scarce resources, to who, where, and when, and to our preferred people, the way we see it in Nigeria. So whoever has the authority allocates all this. So that is what you see playing out, the struggle for power. The struggle for power. But at the end of the day, once a side emerges, there will be reconciliation. So I don't see this being make or mar for.
This comes after the Edwin Woko-led executives of the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State have welcomed the judgment of the Court of Appeal in Enugu, which on Friday sacked Samuel Anyanwu as the National Secretary of the PDP. Nigerian police force has dismissed as false a viral news story alleging that the Inspector General of Police, IG Kayode Egbetokun, has instructed citizens to physically assault and throw stones at police officers who requested to search their phones during stop and search operations. A statement released by the force public relations officer Olumiyiwa Adejobi, the police described the claim as baseless and a deliberate attempt to spread misinformation, adding that the IG has not issued any directive encouraging violence against law enforcement officers. Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention has activated emergency centers following 1,154 confirmed cases of Lassa fever out of the 9,492 suspected cases and 190 deaths so far in 2024. The Director General of the NCDC, Jide Idris, who disclosed this at the press briefing in Abuja on Monday, said the Emergency Operations Center has been activated for Lassa fever and the risk assessment categorized it as high. Idris said the agency continues to address the current Lassa fever outbreak during this peak season, adding that Lassa fever is an acute viral hemorrhagic fever caused by the Lassa virus, and the natural reservoir for the virus is the Multimamis rat, also known as African rat. Other rodents can also act as carriers of the virus. He also said the virus spreads through direct contact with droppings from the urine, feces, saliva or blood of infected rats, contact with objects, household items and surfaces contaminated with infected rats' urine, feces, saliva or blood. Consuming food or water contaminated with these droppings and person-to-person transmission can also occur through direct contacts with the blood, urine, feces, vomit and other fluids of an infected person. He said the case fatality rate has consistently remained high at over 13%, and there is a rise in the number of suspected cases compared to a similar timeline in 2023, stressing that it could be attributed to increased and enhanced surveillance. He said most cases continue to emerge from endemic areas like Bauchi, Ondo, Edo, Taraba, Ebonyi, and Enugu, underscoring the need for targeted interventions in these states. The NCDC boss advised the public to keep their environment clean, store food safely, avoid drying foodstuff outside on the ground or roadside, discourage bush burning and deforestation, and practice good and personal hygiene, and also advised healthcare workers to always practice standard infection prevention and control practices. And now on to business news. National Civil Society Coalition, the body of civil society organizations in Nigeria, has planned to visit the Port Harcourt refinery by January 25 for independent assessment. The body said a 50-man committee has been set up in this regard. According to a statement by the head of the group, Blessing Akin Solutu, the visit became paramount following reports from certain quarters doubting the integrity of the refinery and the inauguration of the 60,000 barrel per day production capacity plant by the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, on Tuesday, November 26, 2024, which was met with celebration and fanfare. This was after the $1.5 billion was approved in March 2021 and spent on